welcome to Uganda. I'm here on a nice, beautiful day out here. Right behind me, you might see something that's familiar. It is our new building, which is has what's going to be our new kitchen, dining hall right here. We have our school garage, and we have our classrooms upstairs and hall. There's a lot of people who gave so much towards this building. We still have a few things that we're going to be adding on to it. We're having the dining room equipment going to be delivered soon, as well as the kitchen equipment. So I'm going to be making another video in a few weeks showing the completed interior as well as the exterior, as you can see here. Really excited about it. And I just wanted to share a few things of what some of our needs are going forward. I know some people have been asking me like, okay, the building's done. What else can we do for the kids? So I wanted to share with you some of the things that we are needing maybe in the short term that maybe we can get off the ground. So today I wanted to share a project that I wanted to get on the ground. Right over here, as you hear our bells going on, you'll see this is our computer lab at the moment. Right now we have 11 working computers, not including this one. And so a lot of these computers are pretty old. They're still running on, I think, Windows XP. We haven't gone up to Windows 10 yet. We got these computers a long time ago. I would dare say almost, I think, 10 years ago. And we started off with around 25, but as you know, computers, they get damaged, like this one is right now. And many times we have to cannibalize our old computers to support our ones that can still work. So that's how you see a computer like this. We'll find that a part is failing in another computer, so we're kind of cannibalizing this to make another one work. But it makes us start to run out of our computers. And given that some of our classes have, like our first grade class has around 60 students. So imagine having 60 students trying to share a lab like this. So we have shifts where they have them share this lab like this. It gets kind of cumbersome when you have that many students. So as you see, I would want to, I'm not talking about even replacing these computers. I just want to add on some more computers to this lab. I want to take you over here. These are some of our older computers. For some of you who have kids who were born in the late 2000s, they'll look at these computers and say, did they ever make computers like this? And so these were some of the computers that we've had for a long time, that were donated 10, 15, some of them even 15 years ago for our lab. And my hope is that, one, if it's possible, in the short term, I wouldn't mind trying to get parts to fix some of these old computers just so that we can add computers to our lab. But my hope is that we can even buy more computers, so that we can fill this lab, expand this lab, so we can provide a better service to the children here. Many of our kids are on sponsorship. Many of our kids don't have the opportunity that they're getting here. And giving them something like this would do wonders for their life. Thank you for all those who are able to help in this project, and I really appreciate it. Now today, I wanted to share another project that I hope to get off the ground. We have our school library. Now, our school has over 400 students, and this is the essence of our complete library. As you can see, it is it's surely lacking a number of relevant books. We have these books that are good for reading, these books that are good for just novel books, but they're not good educational books. So I want to fill these walls that you see here with books that are relevant to what these kids are going through, to what the kids are having in their classes. And so my hope is that we can raise some funds to fill this library with the relevant books that these kids need. As I said, you see, our library is surely lacking for 400 kids. And I'll show you a little bit here of the subject books that we're having. And these are some of the subject books we are currently having. This book was, I think, written in 2008. So is kind of outdated for our syllabus now and kind of useless for our kids now. And most of our books are out of date right now. It's almost, I think, about 12 years old or 13 years old, not for what they need in the classroom right now. And my hope is that we can update and give these kids the material they need, because at the end of the day, we are equipping them to go to the next step in their life. And if we don't have the material to equip them for that next step, we're doing them a real disservice. And so my hope is that we can give them what we need. Another two things that I'm hoping to get off the ground is to provide at least 1 or 2 computers in this library with a number of encyclopedias, a number of textbook information, and an internet access so these kids can do research on the subjects that they are doing in their classroom. Many of our kids are not used to using computers or the internet. And given that we're moving to a different age, I want our kids to get used to that and being able to open their minds to new opportunities. For all those who have helped me in the past with the different projects that I've done in the past, I really thank you. And I hope that we can get this off the ground as well. Thank you so much. Welcome back, Eagles Nest Ministries again. Today I wanted to also introduce another part that I wish we could get off the ground, and that's our biology lab. I know these are things that I usually don't talk about in my videos, but they do have an effect. They do help our learners, and given that some of our learners go on to be doctors, they go on to be many things that have to do with biology, this is an important part that I feel that we should be equipped in. Right now we're in our biology lab. As you can see, the fact that we have a biology lab here is a blessing in itself. And so right now I don't have a problem with the biology lab, though in the future I'd love to upgrade this place a little bit. But the main thing that I want to do is supply them with the tools that they need to pass their exams and obtain the knowledge that we teach them in their practical application of the subject. So we have some equipment. A lot of it is old. We have, sorry, I'm not as good as in biology. I didn't do so well in school biology, but we're missing some equipment, our biology equipment, and we would like to get some of that equipment. But the main thing we need is chemicals, because you can't do many practicals without the chemicals. I think the iodine, the phosphate of something, so some sort. And so we need chemicals to provide for the practicals that these kids do in the biology subject. Over here, I'll show you some of our cupboards. Over here, we have, I don't know what this is, M&O or something, or solution ammonia. I'm sure that's used for something in biology or something. And so our chemicals are surely lacking. Many of them are expired. I know my biology teacher keeps telling me that I can't do the right practicals with expired chemicals. They won't get the right result that they need. But you know, and sometimes you need to work with the materials that you have, but I don't want to go that way. I want us to provide at least some chemicals. I know that this is not a finite thing. When you buy the chemicals, then we have chemicals for life. It's an ongoing thing. Every term, every semester, we need to buy chemicals, but at least we can start by this year providing the chemicals that these kids need for a biology subject, including their material. I know one of the things he's been asking for is a skeleton. I don't know why we need a skeleton, but apparently we do. Right now we have this one. I remember I was 14 years old or 13 years old when we bought this. And so this has been here for a long, long time. And so I want to get better, better things I think they need for biology. As I said, I'm not a biologist. And so, but I do feel if we can provide the things they need for biology, also chemistry, the chemistry lab is somewhere over there, but it will help our science students who want to go into the science sector. Not many schools have labs for biology and chemistry, but we are blessed to have those labs. But the one thing that we do lack is the chemicals needed for the practicals that the students do in those labs. And my hope is that we're able to get the funds or raise funds to equip our biology lab and our chemistry lab. Thanks.